All right, so I'm going to show you how to do problem number 5 on assignment A11. This is a rolling offset. So 5 is telling us that we have a set of 10 feet, a roll of 7 feet, and an advance of 14 feet. And we want to use these 3 measurements to find what the length of A is, what angle C is, what angle B is, and then finally what the travel is. All right, so how we're going to do this is we're going to focus on one triangle at a time. So I kind of went through and I highlighted the first part. So this set and the roll, basically this horizontal change and this vertical change is going to give us this triangle in the very back of our diagram. So this triangle has the roll, the set, and then we're looking for side A and angle C. So in this particular problem in example 5, we're given this set is 10 feet and we are given the roll is 7 feet. Now there's 2 ways to do this to solve for A. The easiest way to do it would be to use our Pipe Trades Pro functions. So we would just use the offset, run, and travel. Now what's a little bit tricky about these is that obviously these are no longer called offset, run, and travel. So we do have to kind of think logically about what offset, run, and travel represent in the calculator. So offset is always going to be my vertical change. So in this case, that's going to relate to my set. So this we can think about in our calculator as being our offset. Now, my run in my calculator is my horizontal change. So in this case, that would be the roll. And then in my calculator, the travel is my diagonal, and that side is going to be A. Now, again, this can be tricky because then we can confuse the travel in our calculator with the travel in our diagram here. But if we want to do it using the calculator functions, we would set our offset to 10 feet. So we would do a 10-foot offset, and then we would set our run to 7 feet. And then that would give us our travel, which is 12 feet, 2.5 inches. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that there. Now, this also gives us an angle measurement, but we have to remember that the angle in our calculator, it's only one of the angles, and it's always the angle that's directly across from the offset. So in this case, my offset or my vertical change is here. The angle that I'm going to get in my calculator is going to be this top angle here. And we want this bottom angle C. So if I click angle right here in my calculator, it's going to give me 55.01. I'm going to go ahead and convert that to degrees, minutes, seconds since the worksheet is requesting that. So this angle up here is 55.00.29. So if I want to find angle C, I have to do 90 minus this angle. So I'm going to, in my calculator, do 90, and we'll just go ahead and put that in DMS, and then we're going to subtract 55.00.29. And that's going to give me angle C is going to be 34.59.31. Okay. Now that we know all of the information about the purple, we can go ahead and solve the green triangle. Now, the green triangle really is a diagonal triangle created by slanting across this rectangular shape we have. But if I were to take this green triangle out of the box and kind of draw it off to the side, if we wanted to use those calculator functions, we would think about A, which this is a little bit weird, A as being the vertical change, even though it's not going straight up and down. In the triangle, it's the change that's happening vertically. My advance is going to be that horizontal change, and that's true in this diagram and in this diagram. And then my travel is that long diagonal connecting the two sides. So we can still solve for the travel using these calculator functions. Here, A is now going to be my offset. And again, this is a little bit weird because in diagram that's purple, A is my travel. So this is what can mess us up a little bit. So in the green triangle, A is the offset because it's my vertical change, and the advance is my run because it's the horizontal change, and then travel is just travel. So we're going to use what I know, which is my advance is 14 feet, and then A is 12 feet 2.5 inches. So I'm going to set A 12 feet 2.5 inches equal to my offset. So we got 12 feet 2 inches and a half is my vertical change, so that's my offset. And then 14 feet is my advance, so that's my horizontal change or my run. And then my travel is going to be 18 feet, 6 7/8 inches. And then to solve for the angle here, we can see angle B, which is this angle in our diagram, it's from the advance up to the travel, is opposite of the vertical change, so it's opposite of the offset, which means that if I push this angle button in my calculator, it will give me angle B. So we'll do that. We get 41.09. We'll just convert that to DMS, and I get 41.05.21.